Hello, folks. Just need everybody's attention, please. I'm Rabbi Alan Silverstein, and it's a great honor and delight that I was offered to share just a couple words about my dear friend, Patsy Pearl. I always like to talk about names of people. Tonight, not a Hebrew name, I'm going to talk about the name by which all of us know and love this young lady, Patsy. Okay, so is that better? Okay, so Ted's going to repeat what I just said. No, I'm kidding. So I am honored and delighted to say a few words about Patsy. I'm going to say something about the letters of her English name, which is the name by which she is beloved to us all. And Jewish value is implied by those letters. The P, we have a concept in Judaism called Sever Panim Yafot, which means somebody who welcomes everybody with kindness and warmth. And that's the case with Patsy. Patsy's smile, her kindness and warmth and friendship and caring is appropriate for a Southern belle for up here in New Jersey. And she charms us all, and that's very special. The T in terms of Patsy, Hebrew word is ta'aseh, which means keeping very active. Patsy does so much, I don't comprehend how she does it all, but she does it all remarkably well. She has incredible vitality in all of her worthy activities. She's a devoted daughter and sibling and wife and mom and aunt and grandmother. I mean, incredible to the family. And mazel tov to Ted, Matthew, Emily, Daniel, Ashley, to your folks, Patsy, and to the whole family. She is a lifelong learning disability specialist and a volunteer leader in that field par excellence, as we talk about tonight. She golfs, she skis, she bikes. She's business and office manager of Cornell Associates of New Jersey. I don't really understand how you do all of this, but you do it beautifully. And the last is the Y, a Yud for Yiddishkeit. Jewish family values of Tikkun Olam, making this world a better place. Patsy does this with great verve and with quality. She serves on the board of a pillar institution of Metro West, this Mountain Ridge Country Club, and has served as its women's golf chair. She's a 35-year member of our synagogue, Congregation Agudath Israel. She's an active volunteer and donor to our Metro West Jewish Federation. She's a great credit to the Jewish tzedakah and social service legacy of her Colchomero Southern family and Ted's Pearl Essex County family. And of course, she's a leader and skilled professional on behalf of JESPY House, assisting folks with learning disabilities through this most wonderful institution. So, it is a great honor, pleasure to pay tribute to my longtime friend and congregant, Patsy Pearl. Mazel tov.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ron Brandt, and I have the high honor and privilege to serve as the board president of JESPY House. And I would like to just tell you how I became involved in JESPY and interested in JESPY. I have been very active in Federation for a long, long time, and I was the chair of the task force that oversaw the allocation process for social service agencies, which included JESPY House. Also, Daughters of Israel was in that packet, Jewish Chaplaincy Service, and Jonathan Myers was president of JESPY House at that time and would present the financials of the organization. By far one of the smallest organizations coming before our task force. When I finished that role, it was about, I think, a 3-year assignment, they asked me, okay, Ron, what would you like to do next? And I said, I would very much like to go work with JESPY. I was so impressed with what was being done with so little. It was simply amazing, the quality of the care that was given for the clients, and using resources to their utmost. And I lived and worked in Switzerland, and it made me very much think of an expression, how the Swiss think of themselves. If you understand German, they think of themselves as klein und fein, which means small and precious. And that indeed is JESPY House. It's small and precious. And over the years, it's just gotten bigger and stronger with now top-notch professional staff. And you can see it's our 40th anniversary. For those of you who like trivia to know what JESPY stands for, the SPY stands for Special Youth. Well, after 40 years, some of those youth are not so young anymore, the same as the rest of us. And so one of the major challenges that we're undertaking these days is to serve our aging clients with the same quality of excellent care that they've always had. And you'll hear more about that later on this evening with our Michael Ock House. But I want to bring to your attention something that's on your tables. It's not something I'm soliciting you for, but I want you to be aware of the professional symposium that JESPY House is undertaking in October, Aging in Place. In fact, we are on the leading edge, being led by our wonderful executive director, Audrey Winkler, and her staff. We have put together, or Audrey's team has put together, this wonderful two-day program at the SOPAC, where we are bringing together professionals from across the country to South Orange to speak on this growing, emerging topic of aging in place, where JESPY is now in a leadership position. So it may well be that what JESPY House has often been called the best kept secret in our local community is we may be better known nationally than we will be known locally, because we are bringing together the top-notch professionals. If you look at the resumes of the speakers in this trifold, you can see the quality of the program that we will be putting out in mid-October. If you're interested in the topic of aging in place, please do register or stop by even as a walk-in. I'm sure they'll be happy to welcome you. Let's not forget to thank all the wonderful people that are involved here tonight. First of all, our honoree, Patsy. I spent most of my career in corporate life, and the true sign of leadership is what we used to call double vision. Having at the same time the ability to have your head in the clouds and your feet on the ground. And this typifies Patsy. She can easily have a clear vision on what it takes and what is needed for JESPY to be more successful and more well recognized. And at the same time, she has a firm grip on the practical realities of what has to be done. Because you cannot have your head only in the clouds, or you can't be so short-sighted that all you see what's in front of you. So from my perspective as a former corporate executive, Patsy reflects all the ideals I can think of in terms of executive leadership. Executive leadership is critical at JESPY House as well. I want to thank Audrey and her whole staff. And if you would please stand up, the staff members that are here tonight, so we can all recognize you, it would be very much appreciated. And I want you to realize the dedicated team of volunteers that helps Audrey and the staff. We're only 23 board members, and yet we take care to make sure that JESPY House thrives and is successful. And we're going to count on your help later tonight as well. So if all of our board members that are here would please stand up and be recognized. Most important is to thank the people who were responsible for this wonderful event tonight. Susan Weinstock and Judy Peskin of our volunteers. Bravo to them. Susan. And the staff side, we have Amy and Sandy and all the rest of the JESPY staff that you met as you were walking in the door. So thank you to them as well. Thank you all once again, and looking forward to the rest of this wonderful evening.
Hello, everyone. I'm Audrey Winkler. I'm the Executive Director here at JESPY House, and I'm thrilled to be here to welcome all of you. And as Ron mentioned, we of course are celebrating our 40th anniversary in addition to honoring Patsy. And we couldn't celebrate that without our founding families. So I'm hoping that they'll stand. We have two founding families with us this evening. I'm trying to locate them. The Myers family, Helene, Marty, and John. And the Beer family, Bruce, Ruth, Jeff, and Rachel. So our 40th anniversary allows us to take stock and also look to the future. JESPY House is an organization that enables adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities to achieve their full potential and lead independent lives. Our program promotes choice, self-direction, and independent community living for our clients from the time they graduate high school through their later years. Our clients with our support also work to break down barriers and advocate for the rights of people with disabilities. As a nonprofit organization, we are becoming more and more sustainable each and every day. We are expanding client programs, employment opportunities, and residential facilities to better serve our growing number of clients. Thanks to your very generous support, we hope to be here for another 40 years. When we are asked what is JESPY, our clients provide the best answers. And you'll hear tonight from 3 of our clients. They're somewhere there, yes. Okay, 3 of our clients. Their stories paint a picture of sheer delight at being at JESPY. Christopher Dobb, Rodell Hudson, and Nancy Jacobs exemplify the best of JESPY. A community of caring people, stimulating experiences, and fun times. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll start with Christopher.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Hi, I'm Christopher Dow. I haven't been with JESPY for almost 18 years. I couldn't leave at Liberty House. I have many people support me at JESPY. At the Liberty House, I work on my personal goals with my case manager and the other staff. I have any aid and that helps me with my personal goal needs. I feel more independence every day. I have a job coach who assisted me in monitoring my job at Stop and Shop. I have been working there about 11 years. On my downtime, I enjoy bowling. I am a member of the JESPY bowling team and Special Olympic participate. I enjoy a week off each summer with my friend at Ocean Grove. My life is full because I have family and friends who care about me and love me. I want you to continue to live, work, and play at JESPY because my future is bright and JESPY has made the impossible impossible. I think that's it. That's it.
Rodell, you're up next. Rodell Hudson.
Hello, my name is Rodell Hudson. I just turned 34 years old. I'm from North New Jersey. I went to Deron School in Montclair, and also I went to Deron in Union, New Jersey. And then I went to the ARC. Now I'm at JESPY, and I'm very happy here. Nothing of my other programs was like this. JESPY is different in a good way. When I first came and saw those big glass doors, I knew this was something special. I'm learning a lot of stuff, like working and job skills, life skills, and how to manage money. We go shopping and on our trips, and it's fun. Last year, on my birthday, we went to Jersey City. I feel like I'm connected to everyone there. Here. I have a lot of friends here, and even met my girlfriend at JESPY. I'm hoping to become even more involved here. The residents in Special Olympics and Ocean Groves, JESPY has so much to offer. I'm so happy. I'm happy my director, Winnie, found this place. Thank you.
Nancy Jacobs.
What JESPY means to me. My name is Nancy Jacobs, and I am a JESPY client. I first came to JESPY in 1992. I made new friends and even made an old friend from a previous school. Seeing a familiar face helped me feel right at home. Throughout the years, JESPY staff has assisted me in improving my independence. My first counselor, Eileen, gave me reading lessons and helped me improve my reading skills from first grade level to ninth grade level. Being a JESPY client has given me more opportunities to assess services that have improved my quality of life. I received employment opportunities that utilize my strengths. My job coach supports me at work and assists me with completing assigned tasks. I have cerebral palsy, which limits some of my physical abilities, but I don't let my disability stop me from staying active. The JESPY Cafe provides clients with activities and opportunities to improve socialization skills. I am on the Special Olympics bowling team. I attend the exercise program at the recreation center and have traveled independently in the community. I love to participate in the knitting group, and I made Afghans and even sold a few. I get the opportunity to go on trips with a travel group. A lot of clients travel with this group. One of the counselors is a JESPY staff. We go on exciting places that I would not be able to visit without this group. They accommodate me and assure that the locations are wheelchair accessible. I am getting older and have noticed the daily routine tasks are becoming more difficult. I have been falling more and more frequently. I have difficulty making my bed, doing my laundry, and cooking meals. I am happy to announce that we'll be moving to the Michael Uck house as soon as reservations are completed. I am really excited to take the next step in my life. I will have more help in my everyday life. I won't be alone when I fall, which is a big worry for me. I thought I would have a hard time giving up my apartment, but I can't wait. The other great thing about the new Uck house is that there will be other JESPY clients living there. I have enjoyed living on my own most of my life, but I have to admit that in recent years I don't seek out social opportunities as much as I should. In the new house there will be built an opportunity for socialization so I won't feel isolated. And of course, all of us living in the house will remain a part of the larger JESPY community, participating in the events and the activities that we choose to. JESPY was able to buy this house because of the very generous donations, but now it needs some upgrades to make it accessible and to make the layout work well for all of the clients who will be living there. So JESPY is starting a 60-day fundraiser campaign to raise money to complete construction. Please look on your table for some information about the new campaign. Donations of a certain level will be provided special naming opportunities too. Thank you for the opportunity to come here and talk to you tonight. I will now like to ask Ron to come up and tell you more about the new campaign.
Ladies and gentlemen, when I first saw the new house, I went home and I said, I'm ready to move. It is really lovely, and thanks so much to the board members who are real estate and legal specialists to help put this together, but most importantly, as you already heard, the Ock family for their wonderful donation and naming this house in honor of Michael. Michael, please. As beautiful as this house is, we need to make it accessible for people aging in place. We're putting in elevators, wider accessible hallways, and so what is a lovely house for my wife and myself, we really have to make it appropriate for our JESPY clients. And so we need your help to help finish the job. We have already contracted with our architects, and planning is underway, and you can see our little shopping list attached to the beautiful photos. And we just really need to raise just a couple $100,000 in maybe a 2-month period. So I would ask you to help us finish the job for these beautiful and wonderful clients who are waiting to move in. Of course, today we're all very electronic. And so if you like, you can send in the form filled out in the traditional way, or you can text it. You have the texting number on there. It's a 707070, and put JESPY in the message area and indicate how much you'd like to pledge, either to support the effort or actually take advantage of one of the naming opportunities. And so we're looking forward to a beautiful ribbon cutting or Chanukah Habayit for this house when it's going to be ready in a couple of months. And we'll hopefully you'll all come back and see what a wonderful job you've helped us achieve. Thank you once again to everybody.
Good evening, everyone. Now for the star of our show. First, I'd like to thank all of my JESPY brethren and sisters for allowing me to be back here and for the opportunity to introduce our honoree tonight. A very special person. Ladies and gentlemen, as the old saying goes, timing is everything. So our honoree's involvement with JESPY came about through a confluence of events that I'm going to describe to you. But basically, Patsy was ready for JESPY, and JESPY was ready for her. Here's my view. Here's my version of the story. There was a day, several years ago, when on a fairway, a few steps from here, our honoree was walking down the fairway and whispered to me that she thought she was ready to become involved in community affairs. And she asked me specifically about JESPY because she knew of my involvement, and because of her background and interests that I'm sure you've all read about. I'll admit to being a little bit surprised by her interest. And I was surprised because at that point, best I could tell, all of her focus and all of her time and all of her efforts were directed toward the building and creation of the business and medical practice that Ted and Patsy have worked so hard to create. She explained that her work had reached a level of maturity, and as Ted's right-hand person, she was now able to pursue some of her other interests, and JESPY, among the organizations in the community, she thought might make some sense to her. Fortunately, at exactly that time, as Susan will remember, the board was beginning an effort to diversify the members of the board. And we wanted to include people who brought different experiences, background, skills to the work that we were doing. So enter our honoree. JESPY was different then. And based on everything you've seen tonight, wow, is JESPY different now. Through her participation on the board, her other activities, our honoree has contributed in so many important ways to the evolution of JESPY. I hope you've all had a chance to look at the materials in the brochures, that you have an understanding of how deep-seated Patsy's interest is in working with programs to help people with special needs. It includes her educational background. It includes her early work experience. She's brought that interest to JESPY, has applied her wisdom and her business skills to JESPY's needs, and we're a better organization today than we were before, and that's because of her. On a personal level, we all know Patsy as a person with a big heart. And as you can see throughout the organization, this is a special character trait that everybody who works within JESPY, for JESPY, contributes to JESPY. It's a trait that everyone has, and Patsy's is as big as anyone's. So let me introduce and congratulate our good friend, Patsy Pearl.
My goodness. First, bear with me because I have so many thank yous. Andy, thank you so much for that kind and generous introduction. You made my heart flutter and you made me blush. I want to thank my husband for always supporting my volunteer efforts, and our dear son, Matt, for making the trip here tonight. Additionally, I want to thank all of you for being here to support this wonderful organization. This response to our fundraising efforts has been overwhelming. Each of you, all of you, makes such a huge difference in the lives of our clients. And although I was asked to be the honoree, this 40th Gala would not have been the success that it is without the tremendous work of our professional staff. Amy Engel, Sandy Sidlowski, and Audrey Winkler. Thank you. In addition to the fundraising committee, led by Susan Weinstock and Judy Peskin, and the Gala committee, led by Kathy Brand and Annette Evans. This is such a beautiful evening, doing honor to the mission of JESPY and the people who we help every single day. I graduated with a master's in learning disabilities way back when, and I worked in the field for 10 years with children as well as adults with special needs. I was particularly intrigued by the adult population because these people looked at themselves and looked at the world around them and figured out that in order to negotiate the outside world of work and independent living, they needed to improve their skills. They needed to attend school. Who could meet these people and not be inspired? Later, life happened. I moved back east, had children, and my husband needed help to start the medical practice. And so I shifted gears to help our family. I have not worked in the field professionally since. I had and still have absolutely no regrets, but I knew I still had a place in my heart to help the people who had so engaged my heart and my mind. So about 20 years ago, when I had time to take a breath and look at the world around me, as you heard my dear friend Andy Harris introduce me to JESPY House, a focused, effective organization that works with this vulnerable population, that ensures they have advocates to assist them in gaining independence, self-worth, and success. I realized that participating on JESPY's board would be a great way to use my skill set and maybe help a little. What I didn't realize at the time is how satisfying and how inspiring it would be for me personally as well. JESPY has enriched my life, and I will always be grateful. Interestingly enough, my time with JESPY has also had an effect on others. A few years ago, I was talking to a friend whose daughter was in school for children with special needs. And I mentioned JESPY as a possibility for her to consider when the time was appropriate. Now, 4 years later, after that brief conversation, her child is a JESPY client. Someone asked her recently, "Where will your daughter go after JESPY?" And her answer was, "After JESPY, hopefully my daughter will be at JESPY forever." Once when our kids were little, our youngest was rifling through my pocketbook and found my checkbook and check register. Remember check registers? He saw JESPY written throughout the register and he asked what it was. Of course, I explained donating in general and why it is so important for people who have much to give back. But I also explained what JESPY does, what my role was, why I cared so much about this particular organization. This simple question gave me an opportunity to share my passion for helping people with disabilities. I think I may have planted a seed because, fast forward, our boys are adults, married with children, and one of them has chosen to work in the field professionally at the high school level. The other has volunteered his time to mentor kids from the inner city. I couldn't be prouder. Thank you, JESPY, for this as well. JESPY House is such a special place led by a remarkable professional and devoted and talented volunteer board. I look back and I'm grateful for the privilege of serving alongside such committed individuals. Helping with this fundraising effort has also been a tremendous honor. Now, though, I'm coming full circle. Now I look forward to the role where I feel most comfortable, working behind the scenes to make a difference in our clients' lives. I wish JESPY the happiest of 40th anniversaries, and I say to all of us, may we have many more anniversaries to celebrate our clients who work hard to live, learn, and lead productive, independent lives. Thank you all.
I'm Judy Peskin, and this is not an easy act to follow, Patsy. Thanks a lot. My specific job is to present Patsy with a gift. And when I asked her if she knew what the gift was, she didn't. So I was kind of surprised. So I'm going to tell you, it's a present from a place called Glass Roots. And some of you may know of Glass Roots. Well, it's supposed to be a surprise. Glass Roots is a place in Newark that specializes in helping people work with glass. And their mission statement, I'm just going to read it to you, is to ignite and build the creative and economic vitality of Greater Newark, with a focus on underserved youth and young adults through the transformative power of glass and the experience of working with it. So you can see why this would be something of appeal to JESPY, and about 4 to 6 clients go there twice a month. We've been going there for 4 years. And if you are interested, look at their website and you'll see what they accomplish with the people who come there. They say they're working with these very hot torches, and 2,200 degrees heat, so that it's scary and it's exciting and they're able to manipulate the glass. So this is a product of what they can accomplish, and we are thrilled to give it to Patsy, and we thank you.
Thank you all for coming. Have a good evening.